is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Love is in the air. That's right. Love is in the air. Welcome to another episode of Arizona Real Estate Showcase, and our internet TV show is called The Lockbox. Love is in the air. That's right. Love is in the air because we are February 3rd, 2022. Folks, I apologize. It's been a couple weeks since we did the last episode. I promised you one a week. And it has been so incredibly crazy, I can't even begin to tell you. Anyways, I am your host, Jason Grandon, with the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. All right, well, let's get to it. So, where are we at in Arizona? Well, first of all, rentals. It is absolutely crazy. People are getting absurd amount of money for rental properties. This town is sold out. So, for those of you that are thinking, I'm going to come down there for maybe the rest of February, March, or even the first part of April, and you're looking for a seasonal furnished rental, think twice. There is nothing available. They pop up and they're gone. It has been like this since September. So if you are thinking about coming to town and you're like, you know what, I want to do a vacation rental, book it before September of this year for the following year because this town fills up. February is a great, great month. We just finished up with the Barrett-Jackson car auction, which brought in record number of people, thousands and thousands of people. In fact, it was so cool. You drive by the Scottsdale Air Park and you see the private jets just lined up. It seems like miles, but it's, feet. Just hundreds of planes, literally, here for the world's biggest car auction. And then just celebrity galore. It's great. Restaurants are packed full. And now, since we're into February, we get ready for some of Scottsdale, actually some of Arizona's premier events. There's a ton of stuff going on. So, next event starting next week. Excuse me, I lost my voice a little bit. But for those of you that love golf, you know it's Phoenix Open time. The world's largest or biggest party on the grass, we should say, takes place starting next Wednesday. So from Wednesday until Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, it's crazy here. Right now the traffic is horrible. Everybody from everywhere in the country is here. Now that's great. So how does that affect our economy? Okay, wait. First, I regress. Phoenix Open. Then we've got the Arabian Show. We've got Reining Show, Quarter Horse Show, and then we have Bike Week, Bike Week is kind of the unofficial last big event before we go into summer. But and then we cannot forget Culinary Fest, which I do believe is happening this year. So there's a lot of great things happening. How does that equate to Arizona real estate? And as I mentioned in past podcasts, we always kind of get off the subject of real estate, even though this is supposed to be about real estate. Let's talk about rentals real quick. For those of you that are thinking about purchasing a rental, excuse me, great time. It is really a great time. You have to decide, are you going to furnish it and do a furnished short-term rental, or are you going to do a furnished long-term rental, or are you going to buy a place and just leave it empty and then let somebody furnish it themselves? All three of those categories have different price points. So that's a big if. You can find a house that is a no HOA or has a HOA that allows you to do daily Airbnb rentals. You're going to make a mint. I've got some clients renting their house for almost $5,000 a night. It's crazy. I've got some that rent it for anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a day, and people are booking it in a day, 7 to 10 days at a time, and they're sold out. So that kind of income is something that we can make sure you hit some really great numbers. In fact, congratulations to our newest buyer. They bought in Sedona. They spent $2 million on a house, and the income that house makes is almost $400,000 per year as an Airbnb. $400,000. Let that sit for a second. It's unbelievable. Other than that, unfurnished rentals, it's crazy. I mean, a house that I rented 2 years ago for $1,500, I just re-rented for $2,500. So it's good for the economy. It's not good for people looking to live by themselves. A lot of people need to have roommates and stuff like that. But the rental market's great. For those of you that are thinking about, hey, I want to purchase some property and rent it, we also own instantrenters.com. Give me a call, 480-276-2954. and we can discuss those options. Another great option, I have a client that does this, is duplex and triplex homes. And he is, we're getting him nearly 15% cap rate per year. We have not been under 10% in 4 years. So something to talk about, but listen, it's not an easy game. This is something, if you're thinking about doing the rental stuff, there's a lot of ins and outs to it. Call us up. We'll set you up with great property managers if you choose to go that route. But purchasing, I'll make sure you get a place that generates a ton of money for you. All right, the real estate market, buying and selling. Wow. It is still crazy here, folks. Regardless of what you may or may not hear, we are not going to crash. This market is not going into a crash. You might see in the upper numbers a little bit of a stabilization. So if somebody puts a house on at $1.5 million, it might sit for 4 or 5 days before it sells, or it's overpriced. But other than that, the market is still great. We've got over 330 people a day moving here, according to some of the records with the chambers per day in Maricopa County. Now, we're not talking about people that are wanting to move to Flagstaff or Prescott. We're just talking about Maricopa County. So it's crazy. So there's not a lot on the market. They do come up. They go quick. Lucky for us, the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team, we have access to coming soon homes and homes that are not on the market. So make sure you call us if you're looking to do that. Selling wise, we've touched base on this before. Okay, everybody has a friend that's a realtor. That's great. All right. But not everybody has a friend that's a realtor that knows what they're doing. So there's a lot, and these kind of markets tend to draw a lot of new people that I'm going to get into real estate and make a living because there's a lot of low-hanging fruit. But the fact of the matter is, even in this market, for those of you selling homes or for those that are looking to sell their home, you have to still interview your agent. You're leaving thousands of dollars on the table when you hire somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So it's really important to interview the agent. Make sure that there's a marketing program. Yes, the realtor can have you sign the listing agreement, slap your house up on the market for whatever price you want, and it's going to sell at that price, most likely. But just imagine you have a realtor, a real estate team that comes in, even in this market, and they market your home. In fact, they show up at the showings and they show your home and they tell people, hey, yes, the comp on this house is $550, but let me tell you why you should pay $650 for this house. Past 8 homes that the Grandon Group has sold, and I'm not tooting our horn, I'm just kind of letting you know. Other agents came in and said, we're going to sell it for $550, for example. We have been averaging, and I'm telling averaging, over $60,000 above their highest number from what other people have said. So marketing is key. Virtual tours, key. Aerials with drone footage, 100% key. In fact, I would challenge anybody to this. Give me a total dump, and they have a total dump. I'm going to bring in more money. I'm going to sell your dump for more money than them because of the drone footage. On average, a drone will add $10,000 value to your house just from being online. Don't ask me how, but people like to see that kind of stuff. Anyway, so it's a great market. It's a great place to be here. Now, the other thing that you all are going to love, especially our friends back east, and hey, listen, thanks for listening to the show. Those of you back east are getting nailed with snow. I know Puxatawny Phil, Groundhog Day yesterday, excuse me, said there's another 6 weeks of winter. Well, guess what? We are in spring. 60 degrees. We're outside in pants and a t-shirt. It's been absolutely perfect weather. In fact, it's been so perfect. Sorry, I swallowed wrong. It's been so perfect that I'm like, God, I hope we get some rain soon. Because Arizona feels like we have 2 seasons, and that's spring and summer. There's nothing in between. So down in Maricopa County, absolutely perfect. The northern part of the valley has been really cool and nice and just really pleasant all over the state. So if you're thinking about getting rid of the snow shovels, you're tired of the lockdowns, this state is not locked down, nor will it be again. If you're tired of the lockdowns, everything is open. You don't have to wear your mask. which we never did. Sorry, I know this irritates a lot of people because I literally get emails from people that are like, hey, they never wear a mask. Why should we? It's beautiful weather outside. You're out jogging. You're never going to catch me outside hiking with a mask on, ever. So, anyways, Arizona is wide open. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's cautious. We got a good football team. We got a great basketball team. And a shout out to the Phoenix Suns. You guys are doing great. And a couple of our new clients that actually work in the back office. Hope you're enjoying this podcast. So, where's a better place in the world to be than Arizona? There is not a better place. Everything's great here. We've got low taxes for those of you looking to move your businesses here. In fact, some of our new representatives are even pushing for more business with better tax breaks. So, whatever it is you're looking for, we have it here. Real estate market's hot. And just keep in mind, it's important to interview your realtors. So, I'm keeping the day somewhat short. I just wanted to touch on the real estate stuff. As soon as I get my voice back and this cough is gone, I got a couple great episodes. We're going to touch on a lot of different things. And in good old JASON GRANDON fashion, we're going to go off topic on different issues that are going on in the Valley. Last week, we sponsored a Morning of Hope human trafficking breakfast. It was absolutely incredible. So I had not sponsored one before, and there was about 550, 600 people at this breakfast. And we're going to touch base on this because Arizona, when you guys move to Arizona, it's really great. I mean, we got some really good schools, but I really want you guys, when you get here, to really feel Arizona. I want you to get involved. And so human trafficking is kind of something that we're kind of passionate about. And it's one of those things that it's going on right underneath your nose and you don't know what's happening. So next episode, we're going to touch base on that. But with love is in the air. It's Valentine's Day, and dinner places are packed. We've got some great steakhouses. Can't get in now. Everything's booked for Valentine's Day. But you know what? This is a very romantic place. And it's a very romantic time of year. And, we just love it. And we want you guys to love it too. So, here we go. That means it's the end of the podcast for today. Hey, we'll be touching on some stuff. If you guys have ideas or you want to talk, reach out to me and let's do it. And we'll have a little John Paul Young take us out with Love is in the Air. That's right. February, Arizona. And you guys can enjoy it as well. Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Arizona Real Estate Showcase, brought to you by your host, Jason Grandon with the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. Hey, we're here for all your real estate needs. Thanks again. Hey, also, thanks for making this a #1 listened to podcast. Sorry for slacking on the time between the last podcast and this one. I'm working on it. And then join us on our TV show, thelockbox.tv. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.